In order for a client to have a good case, or for me to believe a client has a good case, you need to understand what goes into a case. There needs to be liability, and there needs to be causal harm, and there needs to be some element of damage. Liability really means, was the other person at fault? Causal harm means, as a result of that other person's fault, did the client suffer some harm? And the significance of the harm is determined by the significance of the injury. I often tell clients, the worst thing you could want is a good case, because it means you will have suffered some severe harm, and nobody wants to suffer any type of harm, much less severe harm. Much of my time is spent reviewing cases, and most of the cases that I am presented with, I reject for a variety of reasons. Either because I believe I cannot prove that the doctor or nurse or medical professional did something that was wrong, that violated the standard of care, or I believe that there is a significant question about the causal harm, or I believe that the injury itself does not warrant the pursuit of a lawsuit and the associated costs. Not to mention the anxiety to the family as they are pursuing the suit. It's a difficult undertaking. People understand that. And there is very much work that goes into the decision of whether or not to pursue a lawsuit before it's actually brought. For any client who believes that they may have been the victim of medical malpractice, first of all, it's very important that they communicate with their healthcare providers to learn from the perspective of the healthcare provider why things have gone wrong, what has happened here. It's important for that person, for their own satisfaction and well-being, to document what the physician says. It's also important, if you're going to different doctors, to request the records from your earlier doctors so that you have a copy of your records, which will help in the pursuit of a case later on. The attorney can always request the records also, but it's most helpful if a client comes to an attorney's office with records in hand.